Hey guys, so we are going to talk about three players who are set to move the Premier League, and we have them: Manuel Ugarte, with the potential move to Manchester United. We have Mikel Merino with the potential move to Arsenal, and Ilkay Gundogan also with the potential move to back to Manchester City. So guys, let's start with Manuel Ugarte. As we all know, Manchester United have been interested in the signature of Manuel Ugarte since I think June. They've been interested in Ugarte, but I think PSG have been playing so hard to get because they want the evaluation met. Remember, they signed Ugarte from Sporting Lisbon, I think, seasons ago, and after signing Neves, that is the young talent from Benfica, I think. They are now willing to offload Manuel Ugarte, but they want their valuation might over. I think they're asking for around 59 million pounds. The amount they paid for Ugarte from Sporting Lisbon, but Manchester United, under the new leadership of Ineos, they are reluctant to offer that, and this has been a stumbling block for I think 2 months now. United have signed players like Leno Yoro, they have signed Joshua Zirkzee, they've signed Matthias de Ligt, and also they've signed Anna Somazroi from Bayern Munich. But Manuel Ugarte, the deal now is understood to be close. These two clubs, that is PSG and Manchester United, are understood to be nearing to close this deal. In the last 24 hours, there have been a positive developments regarding Manuel Ugarte's move to Manchester United, with PSG willing to listen to United's offer, or rather PSG offering a chance to let him go on a loan with obligation to buy, whereas Manchester United are interested in signing him permanently. The reports we have that the deal could be done in a region of 51 million pounds with add-ons at the next 24 hours, or not the next 2 days. We could see Manuel Ugarte finally moving from PSG to Manchester United. Remember, Manuel Ugarte agreed personal terms with United, I think, since June, and he's been waiting for United, and I think now the deal is really close, and it's a matter of when and not if, and I think we could see Ugarte in United. We all know United. They are trying to to revamp their squad. They've been poor since 2012 when Ferguson retired, and I think under new leadership of Ineos, they are trying to return back to where United was decades ago, and they brought in some some interesting players, and they are improving. I watched their game against Fulham, and I think they are doing quite well. And if they add 2 or 3 more players, I think they can challenge for the top 4. Ugarte, I think, is a good midfielder, and he fits United well. I remember Casemiro, who was poised to move out of Old Trafford this summer, but somehow he has managed to return back to being a quality player and a good player. And I think now I don't think if United will be willing to let him go, only if there is a higher fee involved. But I think United are happy with Casemiro to stay, but that does not mean that they will not go for Manuel Ugarte, and they are still interested. The deal is really close, and the people involved, United, their new hierarchy involved, together with Erik ten Hag, they see a midfield 3 of Manuel Ugarte, Kobbie Mainoo, and Bruno Fernandes going forward, because Casemiro, as I said, is old, and you can't expect him to play 90 minutes each and every game. Remember, they are playing 38 games in the Premier League. They have to play Carabao Cup, FA Cup, and also UEFA Europa League. So the signing of Manuel Ugarte from PSG makes a lot of a sense. And one thing to mention, the transfer of Manuel Ugarte to Manchester United does not depend on the future, although that will not affect the future of Scott McTominay. Remember, United were initially thought to be interested in signing Ugarte if McTominay could leave, but that is not the case because as it looks, McTominay might not be sold this summer unless United's valuation of £30 million is met, with only Napoli, the only club now interested in signing the Scottish midfielder. But for now, as we say, Manuel Ugarte to Manchester United is really close in a deal worth £51 million, inclusive of ads on. In a matter of, like I said, 24 hours to 2 days, we could see or we'll hear. Here we go from Fabrizio Romano confirming Ugarte to Manchester United. Arsenal, they're also looking for, that squad depth, and we saw that with the signing of Riccardo Cagliafiori from Bologna, the left back. He can play as center back, and I think can also play as a midfielder. But at Arsenal, they are in need of a left-sided midfielder, and they were tutored to sign Mikel Merino. They were interested in Mikel Merino and also I think Fabian Ruiz of PSG, but I think PSG were not willing and are not willing to let go of Fabian Ruiz. And now Arsenal, they changed their attention to Mikel Merino, who won the Euro 2024 with Spain. I remember he scored the winning goal for Spain against Germany. So I think Mikel Merino to Arsenal, as we're speaking now, is close. Arsenal have been monitoring for, I think, 1 month now. They've been interested, and they agreed personal terms with Mikel Merino, I think, months ago. And there have been negotiations between Real Sociedad and Arsenal. And as we speak, Mikel Merino is not training with Real Sociedad first team because it is understood that the deal to move him from Spain to England is really close. And Arteta has been involved mostly in this deal and also to convince Mikel Merino to join the Gunners as they look to win their first Premier League title since 2004. That is 20 years without the Premier League title, and they are really hungry to win it. And I think they are in a position to win it this year because Manchester City, having won it 4 in a row, they might relax. Liverpool, they have a new manager. Talking of Chelsea, United winning it is it's going too far, and also I don't think Spurs can win it. So Arsenal, they are in a great position to win the Premier League because they could take an advantage of City's laxity to win it this year. And that's why Arsenal manager, that is Mikel Arteta, is looking for squad depth. Remember, in midfield, he has Jorginho, he has Thomas Partey, Declan Rice, and also he has Martin Odegaard. Having lost Emil Smith-Rowe to Fulham, they'll be requiring to replace him, and they have opted for Mikel Merino, who was once a player for Newcastle before his move to Spain after unsuccessful spell with Newcastle, and now he's poised to turn back with the Gunners, and I think he's turning back with a lot of experience. So we expect Mikel Merino to sign for Arsenal in the next 24 to 48 hours. One shocking transfer that is happening is involving Ilkay Gundogan from Barcelona to Manchester City. It is understood that the deal is close, and Gundogan was seen in a Barcelona airport traveling from Spain to England to Manchester, that is to complete his return back at the Etihad. Remember, Gundogan left Manchester City after winning the treble. I think a year ago. He joined Barcelona. He did well. He had, I think he scored a lot of goals. He scored and also assisted for Barcelona. He was one of the best. I think he was the best player for Barcelona last season. They had a bad season. They didn't win any trophy, but I think Gundogan played a big role in making sure that Barcelona remains or rather present in the Champions League. So Barcelona, they are required to register Dani Olmo. They signed Dani Olmo from Leipzig this summer, and they have not registered him yet. For this to happen, Barcelona were required to offload players. And as we speak, I think Gundogan was the easiest target because Frankie de Jong to leave Barcelona now is on an injury, and no club will be risking to sign an injured player with no preseason, preparation at all. So this is why Barcelona decided to let go of Ilkay Gundogan. They are not going to charge Manchester City any transfer fees. They are going to let him go on a free transfer the same way he came as a free player. And Pep Guardiola was immediately interested in resigning Ilkay Gundogan because he knows what kind of player he is. He worked with him at Manchester City, and he knows Ilkay Gundogan. He knows him very well, and I think he can get the best out of him again and again. And I think this is why Gundogan has decided to join Manchester City. City, who have lost Calvin Phillips to Ipswich Town, they required that midfield revamp, and I think Gundogan's return to Manchester City is a big boost for the citizens as they look to win five Premier League trophies in a row. So Ilkay Gundogan to Manchester City, I think, is close, 80% done. The only thing remaining now is the medicals and signing on the contract, and it will be officially announced. I think if not tomorrow, on Friday, Ilkay Gundogan could be officially announced as a Manchester City player once again. We have various transfer news at the moment, but I think those three players are now the hottest the hottest topics now in the transfer market as far as English club are concerned. United trying to bring in Manuel Ugarte, Arsenal trying to bring in Mikel Merino, and Gundogan returning to Manchester City. And as I said, in the next 24 hours to 48 hours, we expect these three deals to be officially announced. But I don't expect these players to be involved in any way this weekend's matches, because it will be too soon. And for a player to be present or to be able to feature in the weekend games, he needs to be registered late by afternoon on Thursday, and that is tomorrow. And I don't think the deals will be done by tomorrow in the afternoon. So don't expect them to be available for the next weekend. But as I said, the deals for these players is close, and that 24 hours to 48 hours, it can be officially announced. Other transfer news involving Chelsea, they have resigned now Joao Felix on a permanent deal. I think 50 million euros from Atletico de Madrid is now official. Also, Conor Gallagher has moved to Atletico Madrid officially now. He took part in his first training session today with Atletico Madrid, and now we can see that Joao Felix to Chelsea is now officially confirmed, and also Conor Gallagher to Atletico Madrid is now also officially confirmed. But Chelsea are not done yet in the transfer market. They are still looking to bring in a new striker, and Victor Osimhen is the one being mentioned at the moment. I know Chelsea, they have the capacity, they have the power financially to go in for Victor Osimhen, and with Lukaku joining Napoli, I think Chelsea can use this as an advantage to try to persuade Napoli to lower their asking price for Victor Osimhen, who has made it clear that he is leaving Napoli. Also, Napoli have said that Victor Osimhen is allowed to leave as long as the evaluation is met. At the moment, no club is interested in matching their valuation. I think it's about 100 million euros, and no club is willing to match that. PSG, they were in the race, but I think the fees were high, and they opted out of the deal to sign Victor Osimhen. That's it from us today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.